Welcome back to Old Charles, the home for coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most iconic coins, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar. Is it rare? Is it valuable? Should you keep it or spend it? Let's find out. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a valuable episode. The Kennedy half-dollar has a powerful backstory. First issued in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination, this coin was created to honor one of the most beloved U.S. presidents. Why 1974? The half-dollar was a regular part of American pocket change. But things were already changing. Between 1965 and 1970, the coins had 40% silver. But in 1971, the U.S. Mint removed all silver content, making the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar a copper-nickel-clad coin, just like modern nickels and quarters. So, if you're holding a 1974 half-dollar, it's made of copper and nickel, not silver. You'll see a profile of President John F. Kennedy, facing left. The words asterisk asterisk liberty asterisk asterisk and asterisk asterisk in God we trust asterisk asterisk surround him, with the year 1974 at the bottom. It features the presidential seal, a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing war and peace. The design is bold, clean, and still admired today. In 1974, the Kennedy half-dollar was minted at 3 U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark, proof only. You'll find a mint mark just below Kennedy's neck, near the truncation of the bust. Now, let's answer the big question. What is the value of a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar in circulation today? If your coin is worn or circulated, it's generally worth 50 cents, its face value. However, in brilliant uncirculated condition, prices can rise from $1 to $3, depending on luster, strike quality, and demand. These were not made for circulation. They are often sold in sets. 1974 S-proof half-dollar can be worth $3 to $6, and more if it's graded highly by PCGS or NGC. If your 1974 half-dollar is graded MS 65 or higher, it could be worth $20 or more. Depending on the market, top-tier examples with flawless surfaces can fetch $100 or even higher among serious collectors. Wait. Some 1974 Kennedy half-dollars are worth way more. Because of mint errors, look out for double die obverse, DDO, a rare error where the letters or numbers appear doubled. These can sell for $50 to $150, depending on condition. Off-center strikes asterisk asterisk, clipped planchets, or die cracks. These oddities are favorites among collectors, and values can vary widely, from $20 to over $200, depending on the rarity and severity of the error. Always check your coin carefully. You might have a hidden gem. If you're building a Kennedy half-dollar collection, 1974 is a common but important year to include. Handle your coins with care, preferably with gloves. Store them in coin flips, holders, or albums to prevent scratches and tarnishing. And if you believe your coin is high-grade or has an error, get it graded by a professional like PCGS or NGC for accurate value. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is a common coin in circulated condition, but still a proud piece of U.S. history. Uncirculated and proof versions bring in small premiums. And if you've got a rare error or a high-grade specimen, your coin could be worth much more than 50 cents, so check your pocket change and your old coin jars. You might have a little piece of history in your hand. Let's take a step back and explore the fascinating history of the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar, a coin born from tragedy, but rich in meaning. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. The American public was in mourning, and there was a strong push to honor the late president with a circulating coin. Congress quickly approved replacing the Franklin half-dollar with a new design featuring JFK. By March 1964, the first Kennedy half-dollars were released, and people loved them. In fact, so many were saved as keepsakes that they disappeared from circulation almost immediately. The first Kennedy half-dollars minted in 1964 were made of 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices and hoarding, the U.S. Mint reduced the silver content in 1965 to just 40. Then, in 1971, the Mint eliminated silver entirely from the half-dollar, shifting to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which continued with the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar. So, if you're holding a 1974 coin, it's not silver, but it still carries historical value. The year 1974 was a time of political turmoil in the United States. President Richard Nixon was under pressure due to the Watergate scandal, and he would eventually resign in August 1974. Even amidst this tension, the Kennedy half-dollar continued to be a symbol of hope and remembrance. The coin remained popular in circulation, although its everyday use was declining. Why? Because by the mid-1970s, half-dollars were rarely used in daily commerce. People saw them as awkward in size or kept them for collection. In 1974, the Kennedy half-dollar was struck at 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia Mint, No Mint Mark Denver Mint, D Mint Mark San Francisco Mint, S Mint Mark, only for proof coins. Millions were minted, especially at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But many ended up in drawers, jars, and coin albums, making circulated 1974 halves quite common today. While not rare, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar remains a powerful tribute to JFK and a snapshot of 1970s America. It represents a time of transition in coinage from silver to clad metal and from regular circulation to collector interest. Even decades later, Kennedy half-dollars are still struck, mostly for collectors, and the 1974 coin continues to be a favorite starting point for many numismatists. Every time you see a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar, you're not just looking at 50 cents, you're holding a piece of American history in your hand. Let's talk about condition, one of the most important factors that determines how much your 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is worth. Condition refers to how much wear and tear a coin has received over time. A coin that has been in circulation for years will likely have scratches, faded details, or discoloration. On the other hand, a coin that was kept safe, in a drawer, a coin flip, or a proof set, will look much newer and can be worth more. Never been in circulation. Asterisk asterisk, these are bright, sharp, and free from wear. Higher grades like MS65 and up are what collectors truly want. Value can jump from $5 to $20 plus, and exceptional pieces can go for even $50 to $100 if certified by PCGS or NGC. Made for collectors, not for circulation. These have mirror-like surfaces and are struck with special dies for sharp detail. If kept in original packaging, they can be worth $3 to $6 or more. If the fine lines are gone, your coin is well circulated. Check the eagle's feathers on the back. Sharp feathers equals higher grade. Shiny and scratch-free might be uncirculated or proof, possibly worth grading. Remember, condition is everything. A common coin in excellent condition can be worth much more than a rare coin that's heavily worn.